Welcome to the Wellness Lab Digest, where we help you to absorb powerful, life-changing insights from top wellness experts with our daily bite-sized wellness podcast summaries. Each episode is packed with distilled, powerful takeaways to boost your health and well-being. To support this podcast, please scroll down on whatever app you're listening. Ratings and reviews are helpful. Even better, just send the show to a friend. Check out our sponsors at the bottom of the page, or simply click the Support the Show link below the episode description.
Here's something that'll wake you up. Coffee isn't just the world's favorite morning drink, it's actually the second most traded commodity on Earth after oil, with a mind-boggling 2.25 billion cups consumed every single day.
That's such an incredible scale. And what's fascinating is how this global phenomenon started with just one tribe recognizing its energizing properties over 1,000 years ago.
Well, you know what's really interesting about that history? When the Arabs first started cultivating it commercially, they called it kahwa, literally meaning preventer of sleep. But modern science has shown us it's so much more than just a stimulant.
Tell me more about these other benefits. What has recent research uncovered?
So here's what's fascinating. Studies have found that drinking up to 3 cups of coffee per day is linked to a lower risk of stroke and fatal heart disease. But what really caught my attention was the research on physical performance. It can enhance athletic ability by up to 12% by reducing muscle fatigue and improving concentration.
Oh, wow. And I've heard there's some connection to metabolism too, right?
Exactly right. In fact, one study with male athletes showed that coffee increased their fat burning by 29%. But what's really groundbreaking is the long-term health implications. Recent research suggests that drinking 3 to 5 cups daily might actually help prevent cognitive decline and reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Well, that's amazing. Though I imagine there must be some downsides we should consider.
You know, there are some important caveats. The European Food Safety Authority recommends staying under 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. That's roughly 2 to 4 cups of coffee. Some people might experience nervousness, insomnia, or heart palpitations, especially if they're sensitive to caffeine.
So what about decaf? Is it just regular coffee minus all the benefits?
That's actually a common misconception. A 2017 meta-analysis showed that people drinking 4 to 6 cups of decaf daily still experienced significant health benefits, including lower risks of metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. It turns out many of coffee's benefits come from its antioxidants and other compounds, not just the caffeine.
That's really interesting about the antioxidants. How does the decaffeination process affect those compounds?
So while some antioxidant properties are lost during decaffeination, decaf still retains significant amounts, plus important nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and niacin. And here's something most people don't realize. Decaf isn't completely caffeine-free. A regular coffee shop-sized serving still contains about 7 milligrams of caffeine, compared to 245 to 420 milligrams in a regular Americano.
That's such useful information for people trying to manage their caffeine intake.
And you know what's particularly interesting about caffeine intake? The way our bodies adapt to it. Regular consumption actually stimulates our brain to produce more adenosine receptors, which is why people develop tolerance over time. But the good news is that moderate consumption, around 2 to 4 cups daily, seems to offer the sweet spot for health benefits while minimizing any potential risks.
Well, it sounds like my morning coffee ritual is doing more good than I realized.
Like, absolutely. And here's one final thought that really puts it in perspective. Coffee has gone from being a simple, energizing berry discovered by a tribe over 1,000 years ago to becoming not just a global commodity, but a scientifically backed superfood that might actually help us live longer, healthier lives. Though, as with everything, moderation seems to be the key to getting those benefits while avoiding the potential downsides.
Thank you for listening to the Wellness Lab Digest. If you have received value from the podcast, I have 3 asks of you. 1, share the show with your friends and send them a link to the show. 2, please leave a rating and review in whatever app you're listening. And last but not least, please let me know what topics you would like us to cover in the future. You can contact me by sending me a message using the Send Us a Text link below the episode description.